Hey, welcome to Creatives in the Spotlight. I'm the show's creator and host, Paul Hurley. Today I have Alexandria Del Moro and Ethan Clay with us here today. Both of you guys are in the film industry and really kind of making a dent out there, aren't you?
Trying. We're trying to, yeah.
Well, that's all we do, right? So tell me a little bit about what you guys do, what you got going on.
Oh, you want me to do it?
Yeah, you.
Okay. Right now, one of the biggest projects we have going on is our flagship horror series called Temptation Red. It is a dark horror comedy series about a vampire and a cannibal who are roommates, is what we tell people.
That's a combination.
That is a combination. It involves a lot of different mythologies from around the world, paying homage to some of the more classic horror tropes of vampires, werewolves, and other mythical creatures, while also being true to some of the other mythologies out there that don't get a whole lot of attention. It deals a lot in morally gray characters, showing that, sometimes good people make bad decisions and bad people can actually make good decisions. And that no one is perfect and, not all good people are actually good. Same, not all bad people are actually bad.
Right.
So it's very much kind of an examination of, the human condition, honestly, if you really think about it that way.
It's like looking at a page in a book. You know, your letters are black, the page is white. Nothing's ever black and white. There's a lot of gray area between all that. And that's a really good outlook you're putting together there.
And we play a lot in that gray area with the show especially. And we're also doing some other projects. We get involved a lot with the 48-hour film project. We're going to be doing our third this year.
Your third, my fourth.
My third, your fourth.
I haven't done one. Not one.
Would you like to be on the team this year?
Mine.
I'm just saying we have
props.
That's a good point. So yeah, we do the 48-hour film project. We actually have some other projects that we're working on too. I'm trying to work on my first feature film called Pink Arrows, which will hopefully be filming next year in West Virginia. We also have a couple of his scripts that we're working on getting put to film. So we got a lot of things coming up, hopefully.
Okay. So you write a lot, right?
Yes, he does.
How many have you written?
Oh God.
How many have you written and completed?
At least going on the low end, at least probably 24 that I've completed. I mean, I've been doing this since 2011.
And a box just full.
Wow.
I've written, I think it was one full feature, and the rest have been shorts, from series to short films. I like to keep busy, and any idea I get, I like to put down. And some I'll just complete and put to the side, and maybe come back to later.
Yeah. Okay. And you do a lot in front of the camera, whereas you like to do a lot behind the scenes.
Yes.
Okay. Well, everybody's got their strong suits and what they feel, most contributing to the project and what have you. I've done a little bit of both. I have a lot of respect for both because both take a lot of work. They really do.
Oh yeah.
What do you enjoy most about acting?
Just I guess being another character telling a story. I guess storytelling in general is my main thing. I like to write the story and bring the story to life however I can. And I went to film school, of course, and I was in both in front and behind the camera, and I liked them both. I had a completely different mindset going into, of course, because I'm a kid from West Virginia, so I had a very different mindset. But as that short span of film school, I really, really enjoyed both, and each of them fed a certain part that I didn't want to just stay here or there. So I decided to keep doing them both.
There you go.
And especially with her, because she's only been in this since, what?
For about 4 or 5 years now.
5 years now. So she's had a lot to learn, but...
Yes.
I got in it right after COVID. When the COVID restrictions let up, that's when I got introduced to it. So I get it. There's a lot to
So
learn.
much.
And I've bounced around, different positions from PA to lead role. Cameraman, assistant director. I've been all over the place. And I tell you, the film industry, if you think you know it all, you have yet begun to learn because there's so much to learn. And it's so fun. Yeah. You meet so many different people from so many different walks of life. And, it's just very unique and uplifting to get to meet new people and find out their backgrounds and what they enjoy doing. What is it that inspired you guys to get into this?
For me, actually, it was him.
Okay.
So what happened was about 4 or 5 years ago, we have a mutual friend named Doug, and I met Doug through work, and then I met Ethan. And in our conversations, like he, discovered I had a lot of administrative and business experience behind me. And he's like, hey, I really want to bring this show to life. He's like, can you kind of help me, wrap my head what I need to do?
Mhm.
And I was like, sure. I do event planning. I do a lot of organization, a lot of budgeting. So I was like, let's take a look at it and see what we can do.
Okay.
And so that's how I stepped a toe into the film industry, was by just looking at the business side of it and then trying to learn, like, okay, this is what a line producer does. Okay, this is what this is, this is what that is, and started falling in love with it, because as a child growing up, I loved movies. Oh my God. Me and my sister at one point used to just talk to each other in movie quotes. Yeah, that's how much we loved
Come
movies.
with me if you want to eat.
Yes.
I do want to say though, technically you were introduced to it because I was helping someone else with their project, and I won't get into specifics.
Yeah,
But
yes.
basically, the person was not good at paperwork, like
Oh.
incredibly terrible at paperwork. And then I was talking to her, and that was her shtick. So I was like, would you like to? And then I asked everybody else. The project didn't go anywhere for reasons, but it wasn't due to her or me. But
We tried to repress.
sorry. Basically, she caught the bug, and then
Yeah.
we've slowly been building it ever since.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So what inspired you to jump into acting?
Well, I've been a film freak all my life. I remember, reenacting scenes from Terminator, Ninja Turtles, Mortal Kombat. I've always been able to enjoy just, not being myself for a little bit and just becoming something else for a little bit. And I just really enjoy it. And it's like, yes, it can be very nerve-wracking and be very stressful, but my sanity's out the door anyway, so.
Well, in the end, and you get to look back and see it and really appreciate all that hard work that you put into it. The countless hours, the skipped meals, all of it. I get it. But it's so awesome when you got it completed.
Well, one thing that he's forgetting to mention is what he did before getting into the film school.
Okay.
You come from a family of coal
Oh
miners.
God, you had to
Yeah.
go there.
And he was in the coal mining industry
Okay.
before going into the film school. And I think you told me one day, like you would just kind of sit in the truck and just imagine kind of like different scenarios and different scenes. And
Yeah, that's been me all my life.
Yeah.
It's like I've always been a creative person and always been inspired by movies, games, comics. Art in general. Like if I didn't have art, I probably wouldn't be alive.
I've noticed, and I went through this, because growing up, your escape from reality was a movie. For that hour and a half, 2 hours, you were there. You were experiencing it. No matter what reality was, it didn't matter at that point. But you got an escape. You got a mini vacation.
Yep.
And you got to rest, recharge, and not be you for a little while. And I get that on so many different levels. And it's been a real honor to jump into the film industry as I have. And I can just imagine, everybody else kind of shares that same feeling of gratitude and joy and, the escapism and the reward when you get it done, because then you get to express yourself and tell your story in a way that people can watch it and they can get an escape, So, yeah, I can see that.
I know for me, one of the things I loved was cartoons.
Oh, yeah.
And I was a very, very shy child growing up, and had a lot of difficulty speaking. So my thing was I would start mimicking the cartoon voices growing up.
Okay, now you have to do it.
Do I?
You brought it up.
Okay.
You have to do it now.
I don't want to do it. It's just annoying, and I don't like it. That's it. Why you gotta do that? Why you gotta bring them up?
Because you bring it up.
I love it. So you guys grew up watching cartoons.
Oh, yes.
Mhm.
Big.
This is a little unknown fact that a lot of people don't know, but do you remember the Smurfs?
Oh,
All
yes.
the Hanna-Barbera cartoons?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Do you remember that voice that would come on and say, and the Smurfs will be back right after these messages? And then it would go to commercial break.
Uh-huh.
And then it would come back. And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
Uh-huh.
My uncle did the intros and the outros for all the Hanna-Barbera cartoons.
Awesome.
So when you were watching those cartoons, you heard my uncle.
Look at that.
Oh, yeah. I grew up on all the Herculoids, all of them.
Yeah. Yeah. So he did that for a long time. And he did a couple of scenes in Walker, Texas Ranger as a doctor
Nice.
and stuff like that.
That's awesome.
My aunt, she was in TV. She was a senior reporter at WFAA Channel 8 News in Dallas, Texas. So I didn't really get into film work in the beginning. I kind of chased another route. I jumped into being a radio DJ in Texas, and later got into magazines and became a writer and photographer. And then, like I said, right after COVID restrictions let up, I jumped right into filming.
That's amazing.
It's been fun. It's been a wild ride, but it's just amazing the different people and all the little functions and the moving parts that make it all come together.
Right. And the people that end up like introducing you, and you just kind of like that little almost drag path that leads you to where you are today. Like, the fact that your uncle was, involved with the cartoons, and that's what inspired, me as a child. And then here we are today having an interview.
And there he is getting brought up again.
There you go.
But no, it's been an amazing ride. And I'm glad that, I get to meet more people that are along that same path, the same ride. And, networking is truly what works in this business.
Yes.
I happen to luck out when I got into it, and it's just been snowballing ever since. Somebody from that set referred me on another set, another set, another, and it's just amazing to really network and get to know people on a personal level, and get to interview them like now on the show, and share a little bit of y'all's lives and passion with our viewers. So what projects are you working on now other than what was the one you were just
Temptation Red.
Temptation Red. You got anything else in the pot you're working on?
Yes, there is a short film that we are working on called The Session, which is a supernatural psychological thriller that takes place in one room.
Okay.
So that one will hopefully be filming towards the end of the year. And then outside of that, there's
we have the 48-hour coming up.
Right.
So we always do that. And then
the DC series that we're going to do, the DC parody series called Henchman's Anonymous.
Oh.
HA for short.
Ah.
Basically, it is the villain's henchman of the DC villain. So like Joker's henchman, Penguin, Bane, and all that. And they're in mandated group therapy. And so
Epic. I can't wait to see this.
Yeah.
Look, if you need somebody to play a psychopathic killer or something like that, or a henchman,
I was going to say, you kind of have that psychopathic killer.
like, we can make a.
it's either a cop.
There you go.
I mean, Serge can be the Joker.
Henchman.
He can be Bane's.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Put you in the Bane mask,
Let me put on a little more weight. I'm working on it. But at 52, it's hard to really build muscle like I used to.
Yeah.
But you just keep at it.
Yeah. What I will say is, like in the industry, one of the things I think also sets us apart is, and why we're a little bit more slow than most other productions, is we want to do right by the people we work with. So I kind of have, and this is coming from a business background, you don't work for me unless you get paid. So, like we were talking about before, as long as I have IMDb credit and food, I'm fine. To me, that's kind of like, I can't get out of that business sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because like the horror stories I've heard from Ethan and then the other
I
actors.
did that for a while.
Yeah.
Like I'm done with that.
Other actors and crewmen that we've worked with have said, like they fed us like a bag of chips and a bottle of water, and they spelt my name wrong on IMDb, and it's taken me forever to get it fixed. And I'm like, no,
Right.
like, so I try to pay a good standard. I try to build into our contracts even overtime hours and gas stipends, like, because I want to make sure this is a legitimate business that we're running, and that again, you work for us, you get paid.
Yeah.
So because of that, it takes us longer to get our productions done because we have to build up the money in order to do it. But we want to be on the up and up.
Now you're running, fundraisers, IMDb, like Indiegogo, stuff like that.
We do try to do that. I have found that people are suffering from donation burnout.
Yeah.
So it is harder to get crowdfunding done. I actually finance, everything myself with our projects, which can be a little bit of a hit on the purse, but I'm also luckily in a position financially and also for my job that I can afford to do that.
Right.
And I know there's not a lot of other people that can. One thing that we do want to start doing is our Project 15 Film Fund, which if we're able to hit our goal or if we're able to do our production under budget, then 15% of over it gets donated to another production in the area.
Okay.
So just as an example, if our production cost $10,000 to run, but we had 11,500. That 1,500 would end up going towards another production there just to make sure that they can get something paid for or done because we want to pay it forward.
Right.
So that's another project that we're trying to get up off the ground is the Project 15 Film Fund.
Okay.
Because again, I know how much of a struggle it is just from talking to people in the industry. And I want to try to, at least my goal is to, change that, especially in this area, because there's so many creative people here, so many amazing people we've worked with, like Huggins and Smathers and Surge. It's such a long list of people.
It is. There's a lot of filmmakers in this area, and they're very, very talented.
Insanely talented.
Absolutely. And the thing is, a lot of the production's just held up by lack of funds, but
yeah. So for us, again, that's why our productions take so long is because it takes us time to get that funding up, but hopefully we'll be able to change that here soon.
We actually got a very nice compliment on our last shoot, and it was a compliment about our catering.
okay.
One of our actors actually filmed our big setup and sent it to one of his friends and actually said our spread was better than most SAG films that he's been on.
Yeah, I imagine.
I was like,
a few sets. I mean, the food's okay, but there's a few indie sets that I've been on. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Who did you guys bring in to do this?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
We don't want anyone going hungry. Like if you go hungry on our set, that's your own fault.
It is. And I'll even ask people ahead of time. Like I send out a survey. I asked, do you have any dietary restrictions, anything that you like, dislike, so that way I can make sure that, or allergies, I can make sure it is or isn't on set.
Right. Like we actually had a couple people had severe
fatal peanut allergies. Yeah.
How do we know now?
Yeah, that peanut allergy thing, that's tough.
So,
I'm kind of caught between a rock and hard place because I'll eat anything, but
you shouldn't.
I shouldn't. And the thing is, if for instance, if I ate a sandwich right now, I would be bloated. And it's like, I don't know why. So I try not to eat. I get up in the morning, fast all morning long, get on set, fast, act. And then afterwards, when they said we're wrapped, I'm like, whatever's left on the table, I'm eating. And then I get this big around and then I drive home.
So,
But it's like, I want to look good for the shot, but I know if I eat anything, I'll look. Yeah.
I'm
so sorry.
not exactly the same, but I get like if I eat too much one day I'm acting, I'm going to regret it.
And it could be a mental thing. I could be just in my head thinking, oh, I'm full up and I'm bloated, blah, blah, blah. So, a lot of that plays into it, but it's scary really because I'll pass up food. And then other times I can't stand it. And I'm like sneaking donuts and donut balls. I'm like,
It's a little fruit ladder.
It's like her, like she has a very bad problem of not drinking enough water because she gets into work mode. It's tunnel vision, like go.
Oh, yeah.
So I had to make sure, like,
stay hydrated, girl.
Oh yeah, like I talked to the AD, I talked to the DP. If you every hour, make sure she has drank. If she has not drank anything, then you make her drink.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, the way he does it, he tells them that. So there's a certain sound and words, like how certain sounds and words just bother you. So he tells them, if she doesn't say this over and over and over again,
okay, I'll go get something to drink.
Right.
Yep.
So I'll be sitting around there, and my AD on this last set, Nicole, who is amazing, I love you, bless you. Like she'd come up, have you drank? Did you drink water? Drink your water. And then 10 minutes later, did you drink your water? Yeah, okay, I drank, I promise.
That's great.
Have you eaten?
Speaking of which, we're going to take a short break and get some water,
yes.
something to drink.
Yep, that's good.
And guys, just a word from our sponsor.
You want to create content? You need options.
Click below to learn more.
Hey, welcome back to Creatives in the Spotlight. I just got to have a little thrilling interview off camera with our guest here today. So I do need to ask you, guys, with everything you got going on, how easy is it to balance, say, your home life, work life, and film life? Because they're all different.
They are.
So,
Easy.
so how easy is it for you guys?
Easy. I mean, I've been doing this since 2011, and it's a roller coaster. I mean, some days will be, some weeks, some months are better than others. It's there's no, because people have asked me like, what's the answer? Like, how do you do it? I'm like, however you can, like
Right.
get a job you can do that will allow you to, do this whenever you can, and money, get it where you can. Just nothing's off limits, basically. Like just do whatever you can, like however you can.
Right.
Right. I know with me, I work a normal 9 to 5 job, and I know for me, because again, he mentioned the tunnel vision earlier. When I get off work and I go home and it's like, okay, I got to do the contracts. I have to email all these people. I have to balance the budget. I have to, look for this person and do all this stuff. I get such tunnel vision. Like I'll sit down at the computer at 5 o'clock and then it's 9 o'clock and I haven't moved
Oh, no.
and I haven't eaten. And he'll come in and he's like, hey, it's time to go to bed. And I'm like, okay, let me just finish this last page of this contract. He's like, no. He goes, you need to go to bed now.
Right.
And then I stand up and everything hurts. And I'm just like, God.
Yeah.
And then again, luckily I work for a company that I have good PTO. So when we actually do filming, we try to schedule it for a weekend.
Yeah.
Where I could take that Friday and Monday off. So I have a 4-day weekend and can just completely focus on that. It has sucked because there are some projects that I have missed, and I know he's missed as well because they happen during the week. It's like, this would be perfect, and I have to be there at 11 o'clock on Tuesday.
Right.
Can't do that.
I run across that so much with casting. So many different casting agencies have approached me about different projects, and I'm like, I can't. You're filming 3 days during the week. I have a regular job as well. So I'm at work from 7:30 in the morning. Actually, I get there at 6:30, but officially 7:30 to 3:30 or 4. And, it's hard. You can't just take off. And if you know well enough in advance, you can, and I've got good PTO.
Yeah.
You can take off and do what you need to do. But
Right.
some of these big paying commercials and stuff that I've been on, it's like, hey, we need you tomorrow. I'm like,
Yes.
dude, that's a no-go. I
Right.
can't just say, hey, boss, I'm taking off tomorrow. You got to submit, blah, blah, blah. turn in
Submit
paperwork.
approval.
Yep.
So, yeah, no, I get it. It's rough juggling that full-time job. And then when you get off, you got very limited hours, especially during the winter. Because as soon as you get off at 4 o'clock, 4:30, it's dark. You're like, dang, where'd the day go?
Although it does benefit us, working on a show with vampires in it. So I'm like,
Right, depending
we have
on
a little,
Yeah.
a little bit of leeway with that.
There you go. But I love shooting on the weekends. I'm like, I tell everybody, look, at 4 p.m. on Friday, I'm free all the way until Monday morning. And I've literally done that. I have filmed till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, drove straight to work, slept in the car, got up and worked all day, and then went home and went to bed.
And that actually reminds me of Serge, actually. So our friend Serge, who's an actor, he has gone to work, come on set, filmed, and then gone back to work. And it's like, when do you sleep, sir?
And who was this?
Serge Usakov?
I know Serge.
Yep.
Good.
My little marshmallow, I call him.
Yeah, I've worked with him on a couple of projects. He's a good dude. Very dedicated.
Very, very dedicated. Like I said, I call him my little marshmallow because he's just like the sweetest little human being ever. I just want to pinch his face every time I see him.
Oh, I know. Like him and I had a fight scene in episode 2.
Oh, yeah.
He's a pretty stout guy. He's pretty built. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and when you talk about dedicated in episode 2, so we were filming the scene between the fight scene between him and Serge, and there's a shot where Serge's character gets thrown into a tree.
Oh yeah.
So Serge is a very physical person, and he just kept launching himself into that tree, and he did it like 5 times. They're like, "Okay, we got the shot." He goes, "No, I can do it for a couple more takes." I'm like, "No." I'm like,
He didn't feel good about it. And I get that. When you do a stunt, sometimes you're like, man, I could have done that better.
right.
Or in your mind, you're trying to picture what it looked like. So you're trying to critique it. What if I did it this way? What if I get that.
But no, it was like you're gonna like wear a dent into that stunt vest. I'm like, can we just no, 5 times is enough.
He was wearing a vest?
Yeah, we had a stunt vest underneath it. But when I tell you he was launching himself into that tree,
Oh, I get it.
he was like flipping and launching himself and like smacking into it with a hard
Oh, no
thud.
wonder. He was wearing I would do it too. That would be so fun. I've been through a couple tables and a wall here and there with just a t-shirt. That's always fun, Yeah. That's so,
We take our safety very seriously.
I do, yes.
yeah. That's a good thing. A lot of productions you gotta
Oh, trust
worry
me.
about that.
I've seen them.
Yeah.
We've probably been on the sets,
Well, and speaking of, so like my day job, I work in the insurance industry. So that So, and as part of it, like with Serge, I was like, I cannot afford for you to get hurt. I said, please stop. So yeah, it's just, again, going back to the whole work-life balance, it's, we do find it. Some days we even find ourselves when we're not filming anything and we're up the weekend and we're off work and we're sitting there. It's like, okay, well, what do you want to do? And I'm like, I don't know.
Do film, but we don't have
Do you
the
want to
money.
film something? And he's like, well, I mean, what can we film? I'm like, I don't know. Let's just find something to film.
Yeah. Go through the drive-through,
Right.
make a conversation with
Let's get some B-roll footage that we can use later.
something.
It does sometimes take over your life, and it is a good reminder sometimes to just, we have to take a step back from it, or else you get burned out and then you don't want to do it anymore. It's not fun.
Seems like a job.
Yeah, exactly.
And we don't do it because it seems like a job.
Mm-hmm.
We do it because we love to create.
Exactly.
That's awesome. So let me ask you, other than that being a factor, what else inspires you guys to keep moving forward, to keep producing and making art?
This one.
So he inspires you.
Yes.
That's great. What's your fuel?
Right now, I think it's just pure redheaded stubbornness. Right now, that keeps me going. I mean, of course, her. I mean, like all she's done.
Good answer.
But like,
If you guys can inspire one another and fuel one another like that, more power to you. You guys are just going to keep on trucking.
I mean,
It's awesome.
for me, like when I say he inspires me, it's because I see the passion and creativity that he has and his frustration sometimes as well. And that just drives me because it's like, I want his dream to come to life. I want my dream to come to life. I want this to be something where we can escape the 9-to-5 job and this be our full-time life, where we can go out and just film whatever the hell we want to film whenever we feel like it, and not have to be shackled down to just such a constricted schedule. So that, when I say he inspires me, that's what I mean, is like the life that we are going to build together. That's what inspires me.
Yeah, you're looking at the big picture when it's all said and done. That's awesome.
yeah, I know a little bit going back to what you're saying about the escapism. Like, we all remember being younger and having that escape, and part of it is that just creating stuff that another kid may look at and go, I'm sorry, like, I'm back at life now. This was awesome, type of thing. Just that escape, just telling a story, and hopefully people enjoy it. If they don't, I know I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but
Everybody's got different tastes, different
Right.
likes.
yeah, like that escapism when you're younger. I mean, it's still that, but especially when you're younger, it's so potent, and I just want to keep that going. Like the ones, like all the actors and filmmakers who inspired me, I want to keep it going.
Right.
Keep that energy, keep that passion.
Have you ever watched a movie and then just gone on like Rotten Tomatoes or some film review and just saw what other people commented about it? And it's like, were we watching the same film?
Oh yeah.
And it's so ironic that so many people have, different tastes, likes, dislikes, and they literally just look at the film and have a completely different version.
A different experience,
So,
right?
Yeah, right. So have you ever done that?
Yes, like with the reviews and with us, like there's some things I like and some things she despises, like cringe comedy, for instance.
Cannot.
One of my favorite comedies is Waiting. You remember that one with Ryan Reynolds from 2005?
Yes.
I know what it is, and it's like that and Sharknado. Like there's some movies that I know what they are, but I still enjoy them just because it looks like a fun time.
Like Hell Comes to Frogtown?
I haven't seen that one.
Roddy Piper? Oh, my God. Well, that was my age group. That was back in the 80s. So
Now, They Live is what I remember Roddy Piper from.
the wrestling.
With the glasses.
Yeah. That was a good movie. What was it?
I'm here to, They Live. I'm here to kick ass and chew bubble gum.
And I'm all
out of bubble gum.
It's a great film. Great film. But no, he was Hell Comes to Frogtown. You got to see it. It's probably one of the most
Mr. Frogtown.
low budget cult classics that you could watch and actually appreciate. But it was funny.
Yeah, but speaking of that, yes, cringe comedy, absolutely, positively hate. I can't. I watch it and I just feel like my skin crawling. And I have the same thing with, and I know this is gonna sound controversial, I cannot stand Will Ferrell. I'm sorry, I can't. Any movie he's in, so it's someone else's experience. So they love him. Like my sister loves the movie Elf. I cannot watch it.
I'm not a big fan of Elf. Now, Talladega Nights, I kind of enjoyed because it was so stupid it was funny.
It is.
But everything else, I just can't take him seriously.
It is not my journey.
Yeah.
It is not.
You know, and Step Brothers, not too bad. I liked seeing them fight. You know, that was funny, especially after seeing Talladega Nights. You know, so, because both of the main stars were in it. But yeah, I mean, and different folks, different strokes. You likes, you dislikes, so on and so forth. But
Yeah.
no,
So-
I get that.
And then there's stuff obviously I watched that he's like, why? Why do you like this? Like, you know, The Color Purple.
It's not a bad movie. It's just you love your fantasy,
My period pieces.
your period pieces, your sappy stuff. What was the one, Ever After?
Ever After? Yeah, with Drew Barrymore.
But the one I'm never going to forgive you for is What Dreams May Come. I love Robin Williams, but that depressed me so
That
much.
should be crying.
It's an amazing movie.
It is, but
I don't like. Hey, as a guy, I don't like watching and I call them girl flicks because. Look, you put me on something on the Lifetime channel or something like that, I'm over there crying like a kid. And I'm not a small guy, so the last thing you want me to do is sitting over there bawling. You know, no, I can't. Put me on some death, destruction, and action and horror, and I'm good. Just leave the sappy stuff alone because it gets me. It gets me. You know, well, especially when a kid or a dog or something like that dies, it's like, I can't. Okay. One movie I cannot see, and you're probably going to wonder why, but Pet Cemetery.
Ah,
The scene
is it the ankle scene?
where the kid runs out and gets hit by the truck.
Okay.
I've seen that movie up to that point. After that, I don't want to see more. It's just something inside me goes, nope, that's it.
We're done.
Done. So no, I get it. Movies affect people in different ways.
it's like when we first started talking, I showed her A Star Is Born with Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper. I've watched it twice, and I mean, yes, it is an awesome movie, but I kind of understand like why
Nope.
she can't watch it anymore.
Nope.
Yeah.
Just some source materials, you know, just work like that.
Yep. Cannot say that again.
Yeah, there's some things out there that will just, automatically in your brain, nope, I'm done.
And not to say it's a bad movie. It's just, it's one of those movies, kind of like The Whale with Brendan Fraser.
It's done so well that
It's done so well, you can't watch it again. Like
Yeah.
it's hard to watch it enough on the first run that you've got your fill of it. There's no reason to watch it again.
Yeah.
it's like a recent one. You seen Christie?
No, I
About
haven't
the
seen it.
boxer?
I haven't.
It underperformed severely, but we saw it with a few of the makeup
Crew,
artists,
yeah.
the crew who worked on it, and we loved it. And to my knowledge, it is one of the only films that has made me yell in the theater.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, it was done so well, and like one of the characters, she did such an amazing job. I had to go, you, like
In the middle of the theater.
completely loud. I'm just like, okay, I can't hold it in anymore.
Yeah, right. Well, that's awesome because it really touched you in a way that you felt you needed to express that.
Right.
That's awesome. Well, guys, we're about out of time, but I wanted to thank you both so much for coming on the show today. Ethan, it's been a pleasure.
Pleasure.
Alexandra,
Yeah.
always.
It's been a pleasure.
And I can't wait to see you guys on some other projects. Maybe,
Maybe you could come on one of our projects.
hey, I love it. You just say when and I'm there. So
Late August.
Late August.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm actually not doing anything in
Sweet.
Yeah. Booked in
Excellent.
September, though. So I've got two features in September. But anyway, guys, thank you again for coming on the show. Guys, be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
What?